with Aunie, and joining me today is Nathan Hale, the superintendent of Lancaster City Schools.
Well,
Thanks, Nathan.
thank you for having me.
So we're going to talk workforce center and what that means to Lancaster City Schools. So I know you were early to come on board with the workforce center and have that have a positive impact for the Lancaster students. Tell us what that's looked like so far.
Sure. Lancaster, our district was one of the first school districts to take advantage of this workforce center. And when we talk about students, we're always looking for opportunities. And to be able to have students come up here and take part in, what I say is a career pathway, we just couldn't pass it up. And Steve Spangler, our director of secondary education, was kind of the builder of the program and put everything into place along with Rick Zabrak. And it's been a great partnership so far for the district.
I see him here almost as often as I see Rick Zabrak here. So know
Yeah.
that they are working very closely together to make sure it's making sense for the students of Lancaster City Schools. When the kids come here, what are they getting into? What are they doing?
A little bit of everything. One of the exciting pieces are the discovery days. Our kids have an opportunity to come up here, learn a little bit about electrical, learn a little bit about HVAC, learn a little bit about phlebotomy and the other programs. And so they might see something that they've never thought of as a career pathway. And once they have the opportunity to see what's out there, they get really excited about it and the hands-on pieces for that. And so the kids come up here, they spend a little bit of time and they think, I could do this for the rest of my life. And in some cases, it's been, life-changing for our kids.
Yeah, eye-opening because some kids that didn't know this was even a career path or how would they get into it, they're excelling.
Exactly.
And the cool part after, they go through those discovery days, then they pick a path, right? They pick one of those particular career paths to go into. And am I right? Then we work to get them employed
We do.
after that?
We do. We have employers here on site, with a partnership between the employers and the county and the workforce center. And then, we can't leave out Hocking College and Ohio University Lancaster and what they're able to offer for the students. But yeah, these kids are out on the job sites for a week. Then they conduct their academics online for another week with help here. And so they're getting paid working, we always talk about real world examples.
Yes.
They're out there with their boots on the ground and getting dirty and earning a paycheck and completing their schoolwork. And so, for a lot of these kids, it's just, the best of all worlds.
This could maybe even lead along the way to, further degrees after that if they were interested in it.
Absolutely. We talk about, students, like you said, are always on that traditional college pathway or work pathway. And what we try to put them on now is a career pathway. And, these kids are going to be out working on jobs. They're signing contracts, the signing day at the end of this and, the workforce
exciting.
graduation. And, to have that opportunity and putting the paycheck, in the bank and avoiding that student debt
Yeah.
right up front. And then, whether the employer wants to send them back to a trade school or additional schooling, or they may just decide, I want to work for a few years and then go to college. But then, they probably have enough money to pay for it themselves.
And not go into debt.
Exactly.
That's
exactly.
wonderful. That's awesome. So, how do you feel about being able to contribute to the workforce in Fairfield County? I mean, is that one of the driving factors of Lancaster being involved in this so soon?
It is. We talk to employers all the time through different organizations, and everybody's looking for good workers. And so if we can send them, students with a strong work ethic and that, that want to be there and then they're trained. And, with the employers here on site, they can kind of train them in the way that they want them to be. And so, hopefully our kids are joining that workforce because we know everybody needs good employees.
Yes.
And when you get the opportunity to train them yourself and kind of teach them the Claypool electric way, for example, I can't imagine that would be any better for the employer and our kids.
So I was talking to some of the staff here today, and apparently the most recent Discovery Days was a bumper crop of kids. So we have Lancaster City Schools and other schools within the county that are participating, but the numbers just keep increasing. So how do you see that impacting what you guys do at Lancaster City? How do you prepare or plan to grow with that?
Yeah, I heard it was like over 90 kids or something that were involved. I just think it gives our kids another option. We have our own career tech programs at the high school as a comprehensive high school. We have the traditional college pathway, which we talked about earlier, but just another opportunity for our kids, another option. And I continue to see kids that maybe they started in the college pathway and they become seniors, and you think, maybe that's not for me. Here's another option. Or the kids that are in a career tech program. We had students that were in our culinary arts program that decided to come up here and go through the electrical program, or go into the phlebotomy program.
See
And
the
so,
benefits of
yeah,
it.
and as a high school senior, how many people know exactly what they want to do the rest of their life?
Nope.
But you come up here, you get to see something, and get your feet wet, your hands dirty, and see if it's really for you. So I just see it continuing to grow and give our kids more options.
That's awesome. Well, Nathan, thank you for taking the time to chat with us a little bit about this. And the Workforce Center, part of Fairfield County, exciting stuff happening here.